Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer calls Kanu'S detention a persecution of Igbos. In a fiery address outside the Federal High Court in Abuja on October 16, 2025, Maxwell Opara, counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, branded his client's ongoing incarceration as a blatant persecution of Igbos. Opara, speaking to journalists after a routine court appearance, rejected the notion of a fair prosecution, declaring, "This is a persecution, not prosecution, and I stand by it." Kanu, arrested in 2021 and held by the Department of State Services, DSS, for over 4 years, faces charges of treasonable felony tied to his advocacy for a sovereign Biafra. Opara's remarks underscore the deepening ethnic tensions fueling the case, positioning it as a symbol of systemic marginalization against Nigeria's Igbo population in the southeast. Escalating his plea, Opara issued an urgent call to action for all Nigerians, warning, "I'm calling on the entire Nigerians. It's the Igbos and Nnamdi Kanu today. It can be another person tomorrow. This is why we are protesting." His statement aligns with planned nationwide demonstrations set for October 20, 2025, aimed at demanding Kanu's unconditional release. Led by prominent activist Omoyele Sowore, these protests have ignited controversy, drawing sharp opposition from Igbo socio-cultural group Ohaneze and Ndigbo, Southeast governors, and regional ministers. Critics, including the governors, have labeled the rallies as potentially destabilizing and allegedly bankrolled by opposition figures like Atiku Abubakar, highlighting the political fault lines exacerbating the crisis. Recent medical and legal developments have done little to ease the standoff. A panel from the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, recently ruled that Kanu's ailment is not life-threatening, declaring him fit to continue his trial. The court has also green-lit the use of DSS facilities for his medical care, rejecting broader calls for transfer to a specialized hospital. Yet, Kanu's legal team maintains that the proceedings are politically orchestrated. This echoes Ejimakor's March 2025 plea for the release of another activist, Chukwu Sunday Obasi, where he similarly urged an end to what he termed the persecution of Igbos. These arguments frame Kanu's detention not as justice, but as ethnic vendetta. Kanu's saga remains a powder keg in Nigeria's fragile unity. Supporters in the southeast view his imprisonment as emblematic of historical Igbo marginalization, dating back to the 1967-1970 Biafran War, and a deliberate stifling of self-determination voices. Conversely, federal authorities and unity advocates argue that Kanu's rhetoric poses a direct threat to national cohesion, justifying the charges. The polarized narrative has rippled beyond Nigeria, drawing international scrutiny from human rights groups, monitoring alleged violations of Kanu's rights under international law. As the trial grinds on with no resolution in sight, Opara's bold accusations signal a brewing storm. The October 20th protests could either amplify calls for justice or spiral into broader unrest, testing President Bola Tinubu's administration amid economic woes and regional grievances. For now, Kanu languishes in DSS custody, his case a stark reminder of Nigeria's unresolved ethnic fault lines. Whether this persecution, as Opara insists, will galvanize reform or fracture the nation further remains an open and precarious question.